Gear. We all love it, don't we? But do we need it? That's what we're talking about in this video. Camera manufacturers and lens manufacturers and gear manufacturers all want us to buy their latest thing. Well, of course they do. They wouldn't exist without us buying their stuff. But how much of it do we need? Now, if we're talking about things like ND filters and polarizers and such to very much change the look of the movement on the water out here, well, yeah, you probably need a filter. Therefore, you should go and buy a filter if you can afford it. But upgrading your camera to take that shot when you've already got a camera that will take that shot is, I don't know, there's perhaps a certain madness in it sometimes. So for this evening's photo shoot, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Bird 1, your gear. Bird 2, you don't have to travel too far. This here is the beach that I live beside. Okay, I admit that coming down to the beach that I live by is maybe cheating. Actually, no, I don't. Because, yes, I may be lucky enough to live by a beach, but the last time I came down here, it's got to be, I don't know, 2 months ago, something like that. Yeah, I don't come here. It's on my doorstep. I ignore it. And is that crazy? I don't know. I don't get inspired by the beach so much. And it's stupid. But yeah, the beach is a big expanse of nothing. And I don't work well with a big expanse of nothing. I've come down this evening to kind of prove that perhaps a big expanse of nothing, and it's not even a big expanse of nothing, is it? I mean, no, we've got these sea defences, yeah, that's not nothing. But I've come down to kind of prove that I don't need to go far and I don't need the most up-to-date gear. So I haven't bought my whatever it is with me. What is it? It's an Olympus EM1 Mark II. Yeah, that's the most up-to-date camera I have. And yeah, that was launched in 2016. So as of today, it's 7 years old technology. It's not what I brought with me. Okay, I don't know when the EM10 Mark III was released, but it's an EM10. It's 2 models away from at the time, the flagship EM1 Mark II. It's a much lesser camera. It's only got 16 megapixels. Surely I can't take as good a photograph with this piddling little 16 megapixel camera as I can with my big professional camera. I think I probably can, and you might also notice I've got this Toy Town lens on it. You don't see me using it too much because, well, I've got a better camera, but it's often there as a backup. But if I want something small and light, really kind of inconspicuous, this is what I take with me. I do a bit of street photography with this occasionally, and yeah, it's a great little thing. But yeah, it's only 16 megapixels. How can anyone live with that? As I said, Toy Town lens. This is a tiny little plastic lens. It's not plastic elements, but yeah, plastic body. It came with the camera, 14 to 42 mil, f3.5 to 5.6. This dandelion seed being caught in, I think it's a spider's web here. It's rather nice. Lots of detail and texture in this rusted iron work here. It's not a shot that's going to set the world alight, but that's not because there's something wrong with the camera. It's a study of what's here to be seen. Yeah, there's some texture, there's a bit of breeze, there's some colour, and crucially, because I'm way back here, I'm getting the surroundings in. Because I've got the lens quite wide open at about f4, f3.9, somewhere around there, everything that's, you know, kind of a foot or two back from there, because I'm so close, is out of focus. So I don't need even f2.8 that my pro lenses have got. This is doing the job perfectly fine. And I'll tell you what, if you can look at this and say, oh, that's not sharp, that's only because I haven't stopped it down enough to get sharpness from here to here. You might look at the corners and say they're not sharp. Well, of course they're not bloody sharp. They're in blooming soft focus because the focus is here. Use the equipment within its parameters. And even if I wanted sharp edges, I can get them with the lens. It's good enough. Although as I take this shot, I do need to be mindful that this, unlike the Pro camera, isn't weather sealed, and it's just starting to rain. There's always something on a beach to photograph, isn't there? Despite what I said earlier, you know, that's the ramblings of an idiot. Yeah, down here, discarded rope. I like discarded rope. Its texture and its kind of abstractness is really interesting. I'm getting in close. You know, the lens allows me to go on my foot or so from it, something like that. Let's call it f7.1 so I don't get too much depth. Push that up to 1600 ISO just so I can get some light on it. I don't mean light on it, what I mean of course is so I can get a shutter speed that I'm happy with. That's not to say that the camera does not have anti-shake features in it. It has. It's just that I'd be really rather annoyed if I got all the way up to the top, started editing the video. I need to find that a shot that I'm trying to demonstrate that I can get with a lesser camera, because I don't need a better camera, has buggered up, not because the camera's got a problem, but because the idiot operating it has. There would be a certain irony, wouldn't there, if I came out with a camera that I was using to demonstrate that you don't need to go out and buy another camera just to take good photos. If that camera was to be ruined by the fact it's raining and that camera isn't waterproof like the camera that I would normally use. So I've put it away. This isn't going well for me. Tripod ended up in the sand as well, so I can't use that until I've managed to clean it off. Great. How long do I stand here and get wet before I kind of give up and go back? Or do I just hope that it passes? It's not looking good that way, is it? Yeah, it's running up my nose, isn't it? I can feel it. Well, thankfully, it wasn't a particularly long-lasting shower. It's turning out quite nice again over there. I'm not sure this camera's picking it up, but rather nice and a yellowy. You see, I don't come out nearly often enough in inclement weather. And you should do. I mean, look at the colour. There's a light bulb. There's a light bulb over there. Look, one of those colour changing ones. Not a, what's it? Rainbow. Look, it's wonderful. Behind us, yeah, we've got lovely colour changing. We've got wonderful colour hitting the gable end of a building up here as the sun's setting. It is lovely, and I've got this leading line running through here. This is not a bad shot. And yeah, it's not the camera. I can't emphasize enough that the camera has nothing to do with the quality of the shot. If you've got a 10-year-old camera, you've got a 10-year-old, it doesn't matter. Believe me, the image quality hasn't improved dramatically between your 10-year-old camera and a 2-day-old camera. Something released just yesterday will not have significantly improved image quality over what you're already holding, what's in your back pocket, what's in your bag, what's up on the shelf gathering dust. You don't need to spend the money. If you want to spend money on tuition, spend money on going out, spend money on books. Come on one of my workshops. Yeah, I keep threatening it, I know, and one day I'll have the confidence to do it. But if you want to come on a workshop with me, heck, yeah, give me a boost. Yeah, give me some confidence. But yeah, this shot just down here, it's just simple, but relatively effective. One of the things I might do with some of these is I have it in my mind to turn them into monos, because that's just exactly the kind of thing that ought to work with what I'm shooting. We've got a lot of structure in these old sea defences here, and now I know you're not going to believe this, but these videos aren't scripted, and I just couldn't cut the waffle out of this. I tried, I really tried. So here's some photos instead. Oh, and I've played a dirty, rotten little trick on you. One of these is from the phone. Can you tell which? Let me know in the comments. One of the biggest challenges for me so far is remembering exactly how to use it, because whilst it's very similar to the other camera, the layout of the buttons on the back is different, and on the other camera I can select my focus point using the 4-way switch, which is rather nice. On this one I have to press left and then I get to do that, which is, for someone who's used to the other one, a bloody nuisance. And I like the way the storm is just disappearing out to sea over there now. Oh, it's got me again, this focus point business. Need to come up a bit. And you'll notice in this shot, as mentioned in last week's video, or is it the week before? I don't remember. A recent video, I'll link it up here. But I've got a flat horizon and I'm just intersecting it with the end of the groin marker there, just to join that top and bottom a little bit. The one thing you've got to take away from this video is that buying another camera is not going to make you a better photographer. It's not this that's taking the photos, it's doing the obvious technology part of it, but these and in here, those are things that are finding those compositions. Without the ability to find the compositions, to see the potential in different shapes and different colours and all of these things, without that ability you're never going to take good photos, no matter whether you've got a £300-400 camera or whether you've got £150,000 phase 1. It will make no difference whatsoever. It's all in the skill of the operator and not in the ability of the unit. Yeah, there are some things that you need equipment for, and there are many things that you don't need equipment for. Spend your money on the experiences and document them with whatever camera you've got to hand. Spend your money on workshops to make sure that the camera that you do have in hand, whether it's something like this or just your phone, that you can handle it properly, so you can see these compositions, so you know how to operate it, so you know what change in the aperture will do, so you know what change in the shutter speed will do, so you know that putting it into auto ISO, for instance, isn't a stupid move. Better yourself, better it up here before you better this thing around your neck, because once you get the eye for it, once you can take the better photos, then you will potentially find that a better camera might help you. But it's not the image quality that's going to change, it's just the features within the camera that may change, that will make your life a little easier. It won't make better photos, it will make better photos easier to come by, because you'll know how to take them. If you want to learn how to take better photos in flat landscapes like this, watch this video up here. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, click the like button.